Hey everybody, my name's Sonny. I want to tell you how I got disappointed in people at a party. To be exact, it's about my best friends, for whom I was ready for anything. I knew well that my friends were not so wealthy as me. I mean, my parents are rich. I just spent their money, but I tried not to be too cocky. And until now, I sincerely believed I was succeeding. At school, I wasn't particularly sociable or nice to other people. Kids around me weren't role models at all, because already in high school, they began to see the girls as, well, a commodity or a bargaining chip. Very expensive, elite, and thoroughbred, if you can say so about the coin. Since I was a smart girl and somehow managed to finish school with honors, I really tried my best, and it wasn't because of connections like everyone else. My parents decided that we would enter a college. Yeah. I entered the college honestly again. I passed the exams like everyone else. And even there, when I was about to start my studies at college, I decided to conduct an experiment, try to be a normal student, not a kid with a silver spoon in my mouth. My parents agreed for some reason. They only said I wouldn't be allowed to live in the dorms, but we were able to arrange for a studio apartment near the college. The price was just a penny and cozy enough to live in comfortably. Well, my parents bought it for me, along with all the other apartments on the floor. But there's no need to say this, right? This is how my independent student life began. In the morning, I went to university. Then I did my homework in the library. And in the evening, I went back to my apartment and watched TV or just freaked out, listening to my favorite music. That depended on my mood. About a month later, I got a new, interesting, and fun group of fellow students around me. We went to parties together, hung out after classes, and did all sorts of essays and projects. Over time, I started to see these people as my friends that I never had before. I had no restrictions for my friends, and somehow I didn't notice how the parties moved from the dorm to my apartment. And I paid for drinks, food, and everything else out of my own pocket. Anyway, I paid all the time, and they were usually embarrassed, or they tried to dissuade me. In fact, I understand this now, but then I was so happy I could help my friends. On my birthday, we all went to the islands for a week. At my expense, of course. Even though my dad tried to say it wasn't the best idea, I thought he wanted to start playing old songs about searching for your friends in your social circle again, and I just hushed up the conversation. Expensive gifts? No problem. To pay for medicines? No worries. Helping to organize an early engagement for a couple from the group, and as a result, paying for everything from my own pocket. Done. But the funny thing is that I still continued to sincerely believe no one knew anything, and that I was just an ordinary student. Though, in my opinion, even the college cats already guessed about my financial situation. This was the last party, at the end of the year. Of course, we celebrated at my apartment, and that had already become a tradition. At some point, I felt bad and decided to lay down on the couch, watching TV. And I sort of blacked out, but not completely. At least my ears were working perfectly. And what I heard helped me to immediately come to my senses. As soon as my friends made sure I was asleep, as it probably seemed from the outside, the fun quickly started. They were hanging out, couples were squeezing each other and discussing me. Girls climbed into my closet and started trying on my outfits, criticizing my taste, my ability to choose clothes, my shape. Although I had a normal figure and a pretty face, the guys didn't fall behind. They washed all my bones. I found out I was a cocky posh who constantly poked her money at everyone, and that no guy would ever volunteer to date me unless it was for money. Some even offered to make fun of me, undress me while I was supposedly inadequate, take a picture and upload it on the net, somewhere in the college Facebook group, so that everyone could see what I really was. But fortunately, this idea was cut down in its beginning, because who would then throw money and pay for the cool parties? I quote, all this time, I thought I had friends. I was happy to help them with everything they needed, and they saw me just as a stupid, terrible wallet with legs. For them, I was disgusting to be around. But hey, money doesn't smell, right? Anyway, I secretly called my dad and asked him to send his guards to my house. And then, after my command, they were already in the hallway. I got up and went to the wrangles. I freaked out, of course. I even tried to scratch someone's eyes out. And then my dad's big men just pushed everyone outside. As they were. Some of them were even naked, because by that time, they were already drunk. I know it's ugly, but honestly, what about them in this case? I have at least a one-time thing happen because of my emotions, and they mocked me behind my back for 1.5 years. So the remorse and conscience didn't eat me. I don't know where I screwed up. Maybe I really shouldn't show my money like that. Or was my dad right, that I needed to communicate with people in the same social circle to avoid such things? I'm looking forward to your advice and tips on where to look for real friends. Write in the comments if you've ever been in similar situations and how you dealt with the consequences. I hope you can help me figure out what went wrong in my case.